Hello, this is Ali Azim, the founder of TLC International. So as usual, you know that we bring the great wisdom lines for the audience to just make you sure that you have learned a lot out of the life that you are passing. The man is a social animal, and we have been living in the motion, and of course we are living actually in the ocean of the motions. And of course, when you're living in this world, we have to utilize the circumstances as they have been given or bestowed on us. So my dear, today's video is a great lesson for all of you, and if you think that a man could learn something, he can only learn out of this message. Actually, as already told you that when you are existing in this world is so important to learn out of that. So this is so much important to realize your responsibilities, and you look around in your society and capture the goals that you can learn something out of the different objects which are existing in this world. You cannot blame the circumstances. When you talk about the earth, when you talk about the universe, all the circumstances, they are the same circumstances. When you talk about utilizing the circumstances, it really depends upon your own capacity, whether you are learning out of the circumstances or utilizing the circumstances in a fine way or not. You say that you might take a look in your neighbor, you will find many people in your surroundings that they are happier than you. They are healthier than you. They are having their life better than you. So what actually is the reason that they are better than you? Have you ever thought about that? Okay, let's talk about why they are better than you. Actually, they are utilizing the circumstances of the universe better than you. So before today's video and the message, I request all of you that you guys have to open your mind. Let me repeat the word. Open mind. Open-mindedness is something that really invites you to learn something pretty deeply. I mean, if you listen or watch my video with an open frame of mind, then obviously you can learn a lot of this message. And the second thing which is important, the scientific research says that if you watch or listen anything in an engrossed way, whole attentively, heedingly, then there are lovely chances to capture the message very easily. So I would like to invite all of you to just listen the message, and of course watch this video for the betterment of yours. TLC International Wisdom Line Department always bring in something special for you, and you are in a chance to improvise your personality, and you have to learn great out of the universe that has been given to you. This is the same universe that is given to the person who is healthier than you. This is the same circumstance or the universe that is given to you, and that person who is richer than you, wealthier than you, healthier than you, more joyful than you, and the person you say that this man is passing a serene life, a very comfortable life. Why am I not passing the better life? This is the question. Actually, the man you are watching, that he is enjoying the beauties of the life, that person is utilizing the treasure that is within himself. That person is using the kind of qualities within himself, and the same qualities are kept inside of you. I mean, inside you have the same treasure, you have the same beauties of the nature, you have the same talent, you have the same vitality, you have the same potential, you have the same energy, you have the same vibration, you have the same quality, as that person has. But you are not utilizing that, you are not using that. And actually, if you do not use, you lose. If you do not use, you will definitely lose. So if you do not use your feelings and expressions, you will lose them. If you do not use your energy, you will lose them. If you do not use your vitality, you will lose that. If you do not use your talent, you will decrease that talent. This is a simple law of the use of the universe. If you don't utilize the universe, it means you are depriving yourself. So the message today is as per Ant's philosophy. So a few days back I was having my class, I mean, these are online classes from all the way from Canada, and that was a great learning that I wish to share all of you. And of course, if you learn something out of this video that I'm going to share with you, I think it's a great learning process, of course, and you can really make most of the things that you have. Actually, this is so much important to realize, my dear. If you're not on the top of the mountain, it's enough that you walk in the valley. It's not necessary for every person in the world to reach on the top of the mountain. Even you can walk in the valley. So you say that, I mean, if you see a bird can fly pretty high. But if the same bird is present in the cage, that bird will definitely try to fly, even that bird is restricted in the cage. So same is the man, my dear. So if you are having a limited circumstances, but the circumstances, they are same for everybody. Actually, the laws of the universe are same for everybody. It's up to the utilization of the law of the universe. And if you talk about the laws of the universe, there are 12 basic laws of the universe. We'll be definitely talking in some other video. But one law that is really very much important from today's perspective, that I would like to invite all of you to listen very carefully. This is the ant philosophy. So ant philosophy, that teaches us a lot. And this philosophy is the immaculate philosophy to really make progress in your life. If you say that you want to get the prosperity consciousness, everybody wants to get money, everybody wants to be happy, everybody wants to spend the serene life, everybody wants to be the joyous, everybody wants to have the wholeness of the life. But have you ever thought, why don't you have such life? What's the reason? The reason is that we are accepting the failure. We are quitting. We are giving up in our life. If you say that we are giving up in our life, you really cannot make your life better. You can make your life better if you're not quitting. So let me elaborate today's message. Today's message, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed from the ants philosophy. So that's what I'm going to discuss to you. I'm going to share to you. And I hope the people listening me in Pakistan, my old students, my old, fans, you can say, or my old brothers and sisters, and my family and my relatives, wherever in the world you are existing, this philosophy is a great learning step. And this is the philosophy of the ants. This is the philosophy of the Chunti. In Urdu we say Chunti. So Chunti, teaching us that how to pass life. So let's start with the philosophy. So actually I have learned 4 basic points out of the ants philosophy. The first point is, ants, they never quit. Let me repeat the word. They never quit. Ants never quit. Ants, they do not give up. All the way, if the ants are going in the lane, you might have seen the ants are going in the lane to find their food, and all of a sudden there comes a hurdle. Just because of hurdle, ants, they go to left, they go to right, they go to up, they go to down, but they never quit. They have decided their goal, and the goal is to get the food. And of course, the ants, they continue struggling, they continue going, and they're not quitting, they're not giving up, they're not quitting, my dear. So when you talk about the human beings, a little problem comes and we say that we are depressed, we are down and out, and we are worried, we are annoyed, and we cannot do the things pretty efficiently. Why? If the ants, they are not giving up, human being is a crown of creation. And you say that why we are crown of creation? That we have been given the capacity of thinking. A human being can change the track anytime, because the quality that has been given to the human beings. If you're not finding your track pretty efficiently, you can change your track all of a sudden. But as far as ants are concerned, they work according to the genetic codes. In the ants, as per scientific study, they have the genetic codes, my dear. They have the instincts. When you talk about ants, they have the instincts. And they have to work as per instinct that is given to them naturally. But the human beings, they have the quality to change the course anytime. I mean, for example, if I talk about the tree, so when you talk about the tree, it will go, 12 feet or 13 feet or 14 feet high. It cannot stop itself. But this is the human being that is got the capacity that can change the track. If human being, they are not successful in any aspect of the life, my dear, they can change the track. For 1 year, you're not successful in a business, you can change the business. For 1 year, you're not successful in the sports, you can change the sports. For 1 year, you're not successful in the friendship, you can change the friends. It's the treasure that is being kept in the human being only, not in ants. But still, ants are performing better than the human being, I would say. So the second thing I learned out of the ant philosophy, that is really very important thing, that when you talk about the ants, my dear, so ants, they are collecting or hoarding their food in the summer for the winter. Let me repeat the lines. Ants are hoarding or collecting the food in the summer for the winter. You hardly see ants in the winter. They are going in the land and they are just taking the food into the holes they are living in. Why? Because they wait for the summer. They wait for the right time to collect the food. Do you wait for the right time to collect your food? I'm afraid most of the people, 95% of the people, they don't understand what is the right time. Ants understand what is the right time. They go outside their holes and they collect the food for the winter. What is a message for human beings? The message is that you have to wait for the right time and work for the bad times. Remember, time is not same in life always. There can be positive scenario, there can be a negative scenario. And the third thing that I would like to describe all of you that I learned from the ant philosophy, it's really a splendid sort of path that you can adopt and you can really make progress and you can really be on the track of the success. This is so much important to learn this, and the learning part is ants are always following a leader. You might have seen ants going in the tracks. Like say, I'll use my arm here. The ants are going in a lane, and when they are going in the lane, they are using their genetic codes. They're using their instincts, remember. And remember, when you talk about ants, the scientific research shows that the ants, they always follow a leader. A leader. A leader is guiding the ants, and wherever leader is going, the first ant is going, the rest of the ants are following the leader. So the leader is so much important. Ideal is so much important in the life. And you got to really listen one thing that I speak in a sentence. Success is a progressive realization of an ideal, a leader. So I have observed, I've seen in the ants that they have the leader and they are following the leader, and that's why they are successful in collecting the food. They are successful in hoarding the food for the bad time in their nuts, in their holes. So the fourth thing that I like to tell you, which is really another important aspect to make progress, and that is a mastermind theory. Let me repeat the word. Mastermind theory. So when you talk about the mastermind theory, it means a teamwork. You see, a single ant may not perform as better as a group of ants. So as a group you can perform better. Maybe I have an ability that other person doesn't have. But the ability that other person has, I may not have. So actually, we have to create the mastermind group. We have to create the group of the people having some different talents, some different abilities, some different vitalities, some different, kind of qualities in their personalities. So this is so much important to have a team, to have a group. So working in the team means you are learning a lot. Let me repeat the line. Working in a team means that you can learn a lot. If I have some paucity in my personality, I can learn it from my other team member. If the other team member hasn't got something special, he or she can learn from other team member. This is important sort of message. So these are the 4 steps that will conclude today's message and the wisdom lines. And let me tell you one thing, my dear. You have a treasure within you. You have a great treasure within you. You have a great talent within your personality. And how to utilize this talent, it all depends upon you. And if you follow the basic rules of life, if you follow the universal laws, and if you follow your ability, if you follow your vitality, if you follow your energy, if you follow your positiveness, if you follow your joyfulness, then definitely you can spend a great and life of wholeness, a serene life. But I'm sorry, the bad time or the hard time waiting for you if you do not utilize the kind of talent that is within you. As I've already told you, my dear, the talent or ability that you do not use, you will lose. So you have to think whether you want to be a loser or you want to be a gainer. If you want to be a gainer, you don't have to quit like the ants. You don't have to give up like the ants. And as I've already told you, my dear, you have to work in a team. You have to learn. You have to enhance your abilities. And number 3, that you have to follow a leader. Becoming or having an ideal rather. This is so much important. The definition of the success is that when you continually follow an ideal, you become successful. You will have to really search out how that person or ideal that got on the top position, and so you have all the abilities, you have all the talents within you. You just have to bring your talents from your inside out. So once you know the art of bringing your talent from inside out, you are going to be successful in life. And I hope that this message is a great message, and I hope that you watch this message. And my humble request is that once you watch this message, you need to share for the betterment of other people as well. Thank you really very much for the message, and I'm waiting for your response and the good comments. And one more thing, please, if you can suggest me the topic next time, the topic you think is very easy and the problem that you have in your life, I'll more likely speaking on the same topic next time. Thank you very much and enjoy your life. This is Ali Azim, the founder of TLC International.